Now, once we've made it all about them and got to know them, the next stages are testing them and trialing them. Now, you may do one or the other, bit of both. You may trial them and then test them. You may test them and then trial them. In working it out, a good way is are you on-site based? Are you office-based? Are you remote? So in testing them, trialing them is what works best for your business. So when we talk about testing, it may be by giving them a challenge or scheduling an interview to get to know them a bit and sort of test their personality. So as an example, in the garden company, as a way to test them, you might have them submit some before and after photos of work they've done, or do it as a video where they explain what they're doing. So they might be pruning a rose, putting on their Alan Titchmarsh impression, explaining what they're doing. Compare that to trialing them is where you might do a group or an individual trial. I'm quite a fan of group trials or group interviews. So in Pink Panda, we get people to all come in together and we kind of do like a mini workshop with them that's similar to what you're all experiencing now, but just with potential future employees, where we give instead of going through information and filling out a form, we give them challenges. So we're testing them and trialing them all at the same time. In the garden company, I would trial people and I would do this individually. So I would have them come out on site and we had set sites where they could experience all the different components of the work that we do. So they'd come out and do a bit of mowing, bit of hedging, bit of weeding, trimming, pruning. And not only that, it's a chance for them to interact with the team. And this should just be done over a few hours. The one thing I'm gonna add is please do not do this or use this as an opportunity to cut on labor costs. If you need 3 people on site, do not use the trial shift as a third person on site. You wanna have your 3 people on site and then the trial shift comes along to join them. Now, the reason being because work will slow down a bit because your team need to interact with them and talk through what they're doing and see and assess how they're getting on. But not only that, you will just destroy morale and culture by trying to save a few quid because the team's gonna feel pressured. They're having to try and catch up and get the work done while they're trialing someone, and then that trial person's gonna quickly work out that they're being charged out while they're on a trial. Not a good look. So what we did in the garden company, we just had set sites we knew we could add people onto that were more the commercial stuff. And obviously, if you're in the office, you can just have people come in and you can kind of, if your workload is X, don't try and do more than X. Get your workload done, but just have them involved in it. Or it may even be that you're not necessarily working, you just get them to test out on something. Obviously, if you are in HR or accountancy, you probably can't show people real information. It needs to be made up. Now, when it comes to testing and trialing, I love to do this over looking at CVs and experience and whatever the thing, references and such, because I much prefer to interact with the actual person themselves. And like in Pink Panda, we use it as a way to get them to do something that they would be doing in the job role to test it. So for example, the social sorcerer role is all about making content. So one of the trials or tests that we give them is to make a piece of content relative to what they would be doing in Pink Panda. So it shows what knowledge have they got on marketing and business strategy and such, how much have they researched the company, and then get them to make a piece of content to see what they're like. Are they confident on camera? What's their cadence like? How do they present? How do they edit it? Great way to learn someone's skill set.